What's up everyone? Today we're in the training room and I have the Bard, which is my main class for PvP. As you guys all know, competitive PvP is coming out very soon. So right now I'm going to go over a skill guide for Bard because this is my main. This is a class that I will be using to climb ranks. This video is going to help me understand the class better and hopefully help you understand the class better. So basically I'm going to be going over the skills that I use and when to use them in what situations. So let's get straight to it. So when it comes to playing Bard, as I said, Bard is more of a support PvP character. I use Bard to make openings for my team, put enemies in positions that they don't want to be in, so my team has a jump on them. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do that. So we're going to go ahead and get into the first skill here. We've got overtime again. Now you can set up your bars and your skills any way you want, but my top bar right here are all my attack skills, and then my bottom bar right here are my passive skills that work without me having to do much. So the first skill that we're going to, which is one of my attack skills, is a Prelude of Storm. Now this move is mainly going to be used to get people stuck in a lot of spots, and you know that's what a lot of these top bars are for. You want the enemies to be stuck. And this move right here is very nice for that. It's going to give them a stun for a good duration. As you can see here, these are the skills that I'm using on it. Quick prep, wide angle attack, and lightning concentration. You definitely want that one because you want this to have some range on it. Now this is a move that you would really sit back and try to hit them with, especially in group situations where you can get multiple targets at the same time. It's really good for your team to, you know, be able to jump on someone that's just staggered and, you know, hopeless. Now one thing about this skill, sometimes the angling on it is off. So sometimes you can throw it in, like, you know, my mouse is over here but it's coming out over here. So a skill like this, you want to make sure, you know, unless you're really comfortable with it. Even myself, sometimes I mess up a lot is with like the targeting on this attack. You want to make sure that you actually stop and use a skill, because if you don't, a lot of times you'll move a little bit up and the skill might go a little bit more to the left or the right. So what I really learned that helps me a lot with this skill is when you use it, just stop very quickly and keep going. Because if you don't, if you're on the move and you use a skill, yes, your character will stop to use a skill, but it's really hard, you know, to get that angling right and actually aim it, because a lot of the times, let me see if I can get it to happen here, maybe you're moving and then yeah, it's gonna go way over there when my mouse is over here. But free kill. Alright, and for the next skill here, one of my favorite skills, Sonic Vibration. It's really good for group fights and get their team completely thrown off by this skill. As you can see, the skills that I have under are Tenacity, Chain Vibration, and Wide Attack. Definitely get that, you know, wider angle. Now something about this skill is that I almost never throw the skill out in front of me, like almost never. Most of the times when I'm playing support Bard and team deathmatch, I put the skill right under me, because a lot of people like to jump on you, know, jump on the Bard, he's the one giving the most support out. This skill is something that you definitely want to place somewhere on your feet, or if you see your teammate in trouble, it's something you want to place underneath their feet. So this is more of like a support skill that you want to throw under yourself or throw under your team. It's going to help you a lot and definitely get the other team, you know, off balance. They're not going to know what's going on, and it's going to allow your team to have an opening and do what they have to do. Now going into the next skill here, we have Rhapsody of Light. I swear I never get that right. The RH throws me off every time. But this skill right here, I'm using Quick Prep, Stabilized Light, and Shining Protection. Now this skill right here is a very defensive skill. This is not a skill for damage. This is not a skill, you know, for trying to, you know, end someone. It's not that. This skill is the one that gets me out of sticky situation. If someone is chasing me, it will stop them right in their tracks. It comes out very quickly. You can dodge away and run. That's what this skill is for. If you see your team in a situation where, you know, maybe he's being chased down by someone on the enemy team, you go ahead and throw it down and you get out. It's a quick cast time. You throw it down very quickly and it really works. I wouldn't really throw it on myself unless they are too close, of course, but it's really good to help your team out specifically. Now I would say, you know, Sonic Vibration is more of the damage AoE that you can put out and stun, but this one is that quick stun, quick cast time. Throw it out there, get them stuck, especially when you're on low health. People like to chase, boom, put it out really quick and just run away. They're gonna be stuck there for a couple seconds, and you're gonna be able to get some time off, and it's really gonna help you in a lot of situations. So make sure you save this skill. You don't want to use it mindlessly without knowing what you're doing with it. If you throw it out and it's on cooldown and someone is chasing you, it could be very bad for you. You're probably gonna have to rely on your march, which I actually don't have here, but we will get into that. All right, and then we have one of the main damage moves here, which is going to be Soundholic. Soundholic is pretty much, as I said, your main damage move. When you get them stuck or stunned with any of these abilities, now most likely if you do have them hit with the Rhapsody of Light, you're not really in the offensive position, but if you do hit them with a Sonic Vibration or a Prelude of Storm, this is definitely a move you want to follow up with to get your damage off. It's going to have them stuck there and staggered, and most likely your team's going to have a good opening to go in there, jump in and get some damage in, because this move does last for a while, so they're going to be stuck for a little bit. It gives you a lot of time, to follow up with something else or have your team jump in there. It's pretty much like your damage in this build. It's really where it's all coming from. I let my passive do their work, and I basically leave openings out for my team. All right, now going on to the next skill here, Harper Rhythm. Now this skill, it may seem like it doesn't do the most. You throw the harp down. I only use it at level 4. It stays up, it gets in those little shots, but the damage adds up. I promise you the damage adds up. You put this down in the middle of the map, it becomes a distraction also. People see it, they might want to attack it, get it out there, eliminate it. People just don't know how to act when they see the harp out there. Even though it doesn't do that much damage, they're still getting hit by something and they feel like it's a problem. So this is more of a distraction, but it's just there to put more pressure, and that's what this whole bottom bar is into, my passive bar, or abilities that work by themselves. You don't have to do anything. It's gonna sit there, it's gonna do its damage for you, and you don't have to worry about it, but the other team will have to worry about it. So that's the big thing about it. You throw it out there, you always want to have this one up, and also increases your Incinerate meter just by having, if you do have that skill equipped, which I don't, but if you do want to use that, you definitely can. Ranked Proving Grounds, which is going to be the ranked team deathmatch coming out very soon. All right, now these next two skills here, Dissonance and Stigma, you're going to be spamming these throughout the game a lot. But I will tell you, if people understand Bard and how these skills work, they will not be afraid of them. Now obviously once you get into that higher gameplay, people won't, but at lower levels right now, these skills are amazing. So as you throw out Dissonance here, as you can see, I have this skill that allows it to travel towards the target, which is Living Harmony, and then also on Stigma, it is the same thing. You roll it out and it's gonna go towards the enemy. Now these are like your opening skills. You go into the match and you automatically throw these out. These are the skills that are going to separate the team. You don't want the teams together, and that's a big part of team deathmatches. People are powerful in numbers, but when you can throw out these skills, have one person chased off to one side of the map, have another one chased off to the other side of the map, you can single out people, and it's good for targeting. Now as I said, these skills at lower levels, people don't understand them much and they really get scared, they run away. But these moves slow, they don't really stagger anyone, they're not going to have them stuck anywhere, so enemies can walk straight through them, they can go and attack you, they can do anything while it's on them, but it's going to be ticking off at their health, which is a lot of damage. It's going to build up, but you want to use these while you're not in any conflict. You want to be away from the fight. You throw them out in that area and you let it do its thing. It's going to be a distraction that causes damage at the same time, and the other team is going to have to deal with that, not you. But as I said, in higher level gameplays, don't get too comfortable trying to throw these out in the middle of a fight, because someone who sees this on the ground that understands how they work are just going to charge you, because these moves don't do much as far as the other enemy's mobility. It's going to slow them down a little bit, but if they have a gap closer, they're just going to jump in on you, and it's not really much of a problem for them anymore. All right, and then the last skill here, which is March. Very, very, very OP skill. Throw them out behind you, they go and follow the target, and it slows them with a little stun, And this move right here is going to be the move that really allows you to line up all types of attacks. Now, this move is something that you would really want to use when someone is chasing you, or if you see a team fight that you're winning and you know that you don't want the enemy to escape, because a lot of people like to escape, run away. You want to wrap around the group that, or wrap around the fight that's going on, and make sure they're not going to be able to escape, because if they do try to jump out, most likely they're going to get hit by one, and then you can follow up with something like this, and it's bad for them. So March is a very, very nice skill. I have cheerful march and impaired mobility. It's really all you need. This skill right here is insane, and I'm telling you, you're going to be using this one a lot, but make sure he's in the right position or right, time. As I said, you want to use it when there's a fight going on that you know that you're winning, and you want to keep those enemies locked in that position so they don't escape, or you use it when someone is chasing you and you want them to be slowed down. Let me see if I can go in here and get a multi-kill. Okay, almost. All right, now let's go into your awakening skill. Of course, Symphonia. This skill is amazing. It's going to give your whole team a shield, and it is very good for multi-kills. If there's a group fight going on, maybe their team is very low on health and your team is also very low on health, this skill can wipe their whole team and give you a shield. And if it doesn't wipe the whole team, it's still going to get one person, and you're going to have a shield for your team, which is going to buff you up for the whole fight. So it's very, very nice. This ultimate or awakening is something that you want to save for the right moments, like for that perfect team fight when you can wipe out 2 or 3 people that just happen to be very low health. It's going to secure you that. Most of the times when you do use it, people will notice it and they'll try to run away, but there's also the benefit of the shield also, which is very, very nice. It's going to keep you guys on the offensive while their team is on the defensive. Let's get some heals out for him. Throw my passives. And then we also have Incinerated Salvation here. This is going to be your main heal. Very, very nice for PvP. I honestly think this is so overpowered. The heal isn't crazy, but a lot of people don't put out as much damage as you're being healed. So you can sit in the heal circle while people are comboing you up, but your health is slowly, covering up for all the damage that they did for you, and you're going to be able to get out the fight or survive in some type of way. I usually use this skill on my team rather than myself. Most of my skills, I'm going to use on my team to make sure I can support them in any way, because that's what the Bard is really good for. So basically, that's Bard when it comes to team deathmatch competitive. You have these top skills here. They're going to allow you to put out that damage, stun the enemies, get them in the position that you want them to, and then you have these skills down here. They're going to put on that pressure, have them running away, have them slowed down and confused. So yeah, but that's it for this video. If you liked it in any way, go ahead and hit that like button, hit up the comment section, tell me what you want to see next. Honestly, Bard is going to be my main, so anything regarding Bard, PvP ranked is coming up very, very soon, so I'm very excited for that. I'm going to be getting to that very heavy, climbing those ranks. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications, and I'll catch you guys later.
In the nighttime, it get tricky. Mess with me, we send our boys straight to whoop. Straight to the backseat. Put them work up in the nighttime, and it's getting tricky. I put my sweat and my tears in this bitch, so I swear to God it's getting busy.